Welcome to Cruise Life. My name is Scotty Rose, episode 2. Yesterday, made my first YouTube short. About 100 some of you have already seen that, and I want to apologize to all of you that have seen my first ever YouTube short, promising that my episode 2, 3, and 4 would be out before the end of the day. And I'm sorry, I failed to deliver on that, but here's episode 2, and 3 and 4 will definitely be put out 100% before I leave on my cruise on Saturday. It needs to be. So I actually have episode 3 and 4 already noted up, and I just got to organize some things and put a video together. So those of you that are joining me for the first time, I'm a brand new cruise YouTube vlogger. I'm a former crew member, had done a short contract with Carnival Cruiseline, and I've been cruising since 2016. So if you want to find out more about me, go back to the first video, episode 1. It's a full video, and then I made my first YouTube short, which yesterday, guys, I think I was getting overly excited about all this, a little anxious, motivated. I mean, I'm so amped and pumped up to give you guys so much cruise news, so many upcoming future benefits that I have in store for all of you, doing interviews with crew members, sharing my vacations with you. So anyways, this episode is all about cruise news. And guess what, guys? We have a lot to catch up on. I'm gonna catch you up on some cruise news from last week and this week. It's another reason of the delay as to why I wasn't able to put anything out yesterday. So I really want to make sure, especially being new at this, that all my facts and information is correct. So let's get right into it. Here's some cruise news. So gonna start off with my favorites, cruise line Carnival. They have my heart, guys. Sorry, any Royal Loyals out there, any celebrity Norwegian Cruise Line, Scotty Rose is getting there, okay? I've already been on one Royal, and we'll be getting there. So looking forward to trying out some other cruise lines. So Carnival Cruise Line, I'm sure a lot of you have heard, maybe some of you haven't heard yet, but also some updates in regards to this big situation that happened recently. On Carnival Valor, which was my first cruise ship that I ever cruised on in 2016, a 28-year-old passenger man went overboard in the Gulf of Mexico last Wednesday evening. The man's sister reported him missing at 10:45 a.m. on Thursday. She had last seen him at 11 p.m. the night before in a bar. Then he left to go to the bathroom, and he never returned. Carnival Valor alerted the Coast Guard and turned the ship around to go try and find the man along with other vessels that the Coast Guard alerted. So a cargo vessel actually spotted the man and then reached out to the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard rescued him around 2:30 p.m. last Thursday. Lieutenant Seth Gross of the U.S. Coast Guard, who's been all over the news in regards to this, said the man was in the water for about 15 hours. It's a lot. That's a long time. This man's very lucky. Investigation's still going on as to how he ended up overboard, but he's in stable condition. Thank the Lord. Some updated recent news that I found out. There was another passenger on Carnival Valor, Passenger Whitney Gaines from the same ship, the same sailing, said he was getting in trouble because of vaping, and crew members were telling him he couldn't stay in the bars. This could be a big reason as to why he went overboard. And I'll tell you what I mean. So guys, no one just falls over on a cruise ship. Like, you have to either jump off or be pushed off, or just, something crazy's got to happen. So obviously how I take this, what I think about all this from all the information out there, and then hearing what this passenger Whitney Gaines had to say. This man was obviously intoxicated. Again, don't hold me to anything. There's no there's no guaranteed why or how this all happened, but this man had to be overly intoxicated, and because he's overly intoxicated and he's by the railing of on the cruise ship, he accidentally he leaned over and then fell over. Or when you're intoxicated, we all know people do stupid things when you're intoxicated, right? Not everyone, but there's a lot of people that do stupid stuff when they're intoxicated. So so he probably did something stupid. Just get my honesty here. You can't accidentally just fall off the ship. For him to be in the water for about 15 hours, that is a miracle that he was able to last that long. I tell you what, like, for being in the water that long, he probably had some mental, emotional motivation about, just thinking about home, family, friends, and just, him thinking about, like, it's too early for me to die at 28 years old, right? But wow, like, I'd have to look into this, but I don't think someone has ever lasted that long falling off a cruise ship in the water. So, and that happened on Thursday when he was rescued. 1,000%. This was a Thanksgiving miracle. Like, this man was so lucky. I will leave a video clip below in the bio of this video. There'll be a link to the Coast Guard video of the whole process of the rescue. Okay, so if you want to check that out. Another thing with Carnival that just happened, that was announced this week. But Carnival had a record-breaking Cyber Monday. Not the first time. March to early April, they recorded its busiest booking week in their 50-year history. As a lot of you Carnival cruise fans out there and other cruise line fans, have maybe heard, but Carnival's 50th anniversary. So they're celebrating this year, and then they have the new ship Carnival Celebration. How unique is that? 50 years celebration. All right, bad joke. This month, two new ships have been added to the fleet. Carnival Luminosa and Carnival Celebration. Luminosa was a Concordia ship. Currently, there's 24 ships in the guest operation, 26 available for booking, including Carnival Venecia and Jubilee. Those two ships are coming out soon. So the Venecia and the Luminosa are prior Concordia ships. Really, really quick. I mean, guys, I'm being very transparent on my channel, just shoot you straight. I don't think I'm ever going to be sailing on a Carnival, on those Carnival ships, Luminosa and Venecia, because the funnel, well, it's not like the what we're used to actual Carnival funnel. And they're not changing it, but they changed the colors. So, like, I guess the funnel was what it was for Concordia, but I don't know. That's just kind of weird. And I don't know. I'm like a true diehard Carnival fan, and knowing that it was a Concordia ship changing over to Carnival, I don't know. Maybe if I finish up knocking out all the Carnival ships, because I've been on 7 of them, but I've been on Carnival ships 8 times. So moving on. Some more cruise news. Disney fans out there, or if you want to try Disney. So last Wednesday evening, a small fire broke out from a speaker on the Disney Wonder. One of the speakers caught fire on the upper right side of the Deck 9 outdoor movie screen. Thankfully, the firefighter crew put the fire out. Many Disney passengers said how well the situation was handled, saying that Disney crew members stay calm and collected. No flames was ever near any guests, and no injuries reported. Good news, everyone was safe during the incident. Disney, the Disney crew members that are on the firefighter team, awesome job. It is a very, very serious situation to have a fire on a cruise ship, small fire, big fire, any kind of fire size, whether you're out in the ocean or if you're at a port. Thankfully that this was a very small fire and they got to it right away. Disney, great job. More Disney news. Next summer, Disney is celebrating their 25th anniversary. A new tier is being added to their loyalty program, which their loyalty program is called Castaway Club. 3 tiers are currently in the club. Platinum is the top tier, which 10 Disney cruises are needed to hit that tier. A new Pearl tier is being added for when you hit 25 sailings. Next year, this will start, and the benefits to be announced. Last thing about Disney Cruise. Oh, this is huge. This is big. This is crazy. Disney Cruise unfurnished Global Dream ship sold for 40 million euros, which is equivalent to $41.3 million US. Crazy. If no one's seen like the size of this ship or like a video or just it's sitting at the shipyard, and like this ship was sitting in the shipyard for a long time, like just an abandoned ship just sitting there. Finally, Disney bought it. So $41.3 million US. Already 75% completed before Genting, the old company that used to own it, filed for bankruptcy this past January. $1.3 billion has been invested into the construction. Don't know what changes will happen to the ship. Disney is reducing the capacity from 9,000 to 6,000 guests. Work on the ship will be overseen by Meyer Shipyard, which is the same yard that built Disney Dream, Disney Fantasy, and Disney Wish. Ship to debut in Asia 2025. So just kind of backtrack on this. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that like all the sailings are going to be based in and around Asia. To reduce about 3,000 guests from 9,000 to 6,000 guests. That's crazy, guys. So this ship was, I guess maybe still is until they modify a lot of things about the ship and do a lot of construction. But at 9,000 capacity, this was at the time, but this would have been the largest ship capacity wise. Because no ship has 9,000 passengers on a ship, not yet. Well, so yeah, so reducing down to 6,000, crazy. Yeah, so it was pretty crazy to see pictures and just video. I've seen the process of this ship for some time now, and over like especially like during like the pandemic, just seeing the ship just sit there. It's really weird, kind of like freaky to kind of think about. Like imagine if you're in the shipyard just standing on in that garage area where the ship is. This is just massive ship and you're just standing there. It's just like weird. Pretty cool, but weird. Yeah, so this is a big deal. I know, so Disney is changing like the paint job of it. If you look up online, a lot of the plans with like the water park, there's gonna be a roller coaster. I mean, guys, this is gonna look like a Disney ship, and a lot of things of what the Global Dream was gonna look like and it was gonna have, like all that. Yeah. So moving on, more cruise news. By the way, I forgot to say in the beginning, and I gotta remind you guys at the end, please like this video. And those of you that have already seen my first video, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this video is definitely better than the first one. There are a lot of bloopers in the first one. So definitely already feeling more and more comfortable. But yes, please like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You gotta hit that notification bell, make sure it says on, so then whenever I put out a video, you guys will get notified. Ding dong. All right, Norwegian Cruise Line. So 2 former Norwegian Cruise Line ships, the Wind and the Dream, are heading to the scrapyard. A lot of ships during the pandemic went to the scrapyard. They were operated by Star Cruises. Ships Superstar, Gemini, and Aquarius will be scrapped in India. These are two 50,000 ton sister ships. They were built in France for Norwegian Cruise Line in 92 and 93. They entered service as Windward and Dreamward before transitioning to the names Wind and Dream. And then before transitioning then from that to Gemini and Aquarius. Last thing about Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian Cruise Line changes. Oh man, yeah, this is kind of, so especially someone that was short contract crew member of Carnival Cruise Line. But this is a big deal right now going on with crew members on Norwegian Cruise Line. So Norwegian Cruise Line changes privileges for the crew. They take away guest privileges. They've taken away guest privileges unless you have 2 stripes minimum. So 2 stripes, what I mean by that, so like 2 stripes on your uniform. Those are like usually officers. Unless you have 2 stripes minimum, you can't have access to guest privileges. They are offering a sign-up sheet or an entry form. It's really weird. There are talks about NCL crew members leaving for other cruise lines and strikes. Some talking about leaving their existing contract or not starting their new contract. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. I will say too, and I don't know if this is change, just kind of add into this, because even before me starting all this, I had found out, this is maybe like 2 months ago, I heard, but like Norwegian Cruise Line has yet to make a profit since the comeback in the pandemic, which that's crazy. I mean, Norwegian Cruise Line's got beautiful ships. They got some great deals, but I don't know, maybe something like certain things with their pricing, they haven't profited yet. So, I don't know. There's probably a lot of reasons why. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Maybe I do. Yeah, guys, this is really horrible for the crew. I mean, so when you're working on a cruise ship, you're not just there for a week or 2 weeks, right? So, and depends on your position of how many hours you do a day. Like I did in between, maybe on an easy day, it was probably like 7 hours, but all the way up to maybe 12 hours a day, but then have breaks in between. And you're just like, go with your position. You're working every single day. You don't have a day off. You may have like a half a day off at one time. You'd be very lucky if you have a full day off. Maybe certain positions on a cruise ship that are like higher ups, they do. But yeah, so like you need to have some kind of like peace of mind and some kind of therapy and to kind of get away from the job in some way, right? So, I mean, there's certain things like on the ship of certain guest privileges that crew members have on some of these different cruise lines, that help us, kind of like take us away from 24/7 being a crew member. But then also the opportunity of like getting off the ship and going to port. So, I mean, yeah, I am confident that unless they change this right away, that a lot of crew members from Norwegian Cruise Line are gonna leave and shop around, going to another cruise line. So, but I feel for them. It's horrible. Virgin Cruise Line. I'm excited about Virgin. I will talk more about it later at another time, but I'm planning on doing a Virgin cruise sometime in the beginning of next year. So it'll be my first one. Virgin, got a couple of things to throw at you guys. Not literally. 4th Virgin ship has floated out of the shipyard, which is Brilliant Lady, and it enters service late 2024. Scarlet Lady and Valiant Lady already in service out of Miami. Resilient Lady, the 3rd ship, will enter service early next year. Each ship is identical to one another. Each ship is 110,000 registered tons, 2,700 guests, and the Virgin ships are for adults only. Sorry, kids, if you're watching out there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, a cruise line that's adults only. There's couples on there, of course, singles. I for sure want to go. but I love kids. Hey guys. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Virgin is moving along with, increasing, they're getting, building new ships. I think they have a really cool concept. I've seen some other cruise YouTube vloggers on some of these Virgin cruise ships, and then just seeing other videos out there and stuff, and ship tours, and so looks pretty dope. By the way, if you've been on a Virgin cruise ship, please throw me a comment. Let me know how your experience was. If you've been on Norwegian, Royal, Celebrity, Carnival, any cruise line you've been on, I think this is a great video to throw some comments in there. People out there that have, whatever cruise ship you go on. It'd be nice to hear from you guys, who your favorite cruise line is, what cruise ships you've been on, like the specific names of ones. So let me know. By the way, any questions, throw it in the comment section. I am a very attention detail person, very observant, huge on follow through, and with communication. So I will get back to each of you. Last thing about Virgin, for the second year, Virgin Voyages will be giving away cruises to employees of Baptist Health South Florida. This year, the line will be awarding 2023 healthcare workers and other Baptist employees with a free cruise and a balcony cabin. They will be able to choose from one of 6 Caribbean itineraries. Wow. This is pretty amazing. It's so amazing of Virgin to do this, to give back and to show the appreciation to healthcare workers. I'm gonna transition to saying something. I'm not gonna dive too much into it. Gives you guys an opportunity to get to know me a little bit more. But I'm a U.S. Army veteran, and I'm an officer. Was full-time since, I've been an officer since November 2018, but I've been off duty since right around the beginning of October. Right around the time that I moved into my new place of where I'm talking to you right now. I'm not going back to being on duty till February 1st, maybe a little before then. Yeah, this is actually, and I have a first responder business. That is something else to dive into another time. But so anyways, I have, of course, a big heart for any other first responder out there. I'm all about serving my city and my country. I'm all about, especially medical workers, especially being prior military. We love our medics, and especially our combat medics. But I've also been contracted in hospitals before, so I've seen healthcare workers in action in the ER, the ICU, different departments, and so it's something really amazing that Virgin's doing, especially giving them a free cruise and giving them a balcony. I am all about the balcony, guys. You guys have a favorite type of cabin? I want to know in the comment section. Balcony, ocean view, interior, with a porthole, whatever your favorite kind of room is, suite. So, yeah, go Virgin. Awesome of them. Last thing, SilverSeas. If you guys ever heard of SilverSeas, another cruise line. Another LNG ship on the way. SilverSeas' second Nova class ship, Silver Ray. The steel cutting ceremony happened last Wednesday in Germany. It will debut in the summer of 2024. That's it, guys, for cruise news. Appreciate you hanging in there. I hope that you feel, if you've watched the first video, that this video is better. I definitely feel a lot more comfortable mentally and emotionally. Guys, I'm only gonna progress. I am dedicated to doing this, dedicated to give you guys cruise news, keep everyone up to date. Normally with cruise news, there won't be this much in one episode, but I was just trying to catch everyone up out there. I need to catch myself up as well, especially with being a new cruise YouTube vlogger, from things that happened last week, this week, and just some big things going on. So be on the lookout for in the information of this video. I told you guys earlier, I'm going to put a clip of the rescue video from the Coast Guard in regards to that man that went overboard from the Carnival ship. Any further update on that man and the why or how from the investigation, I will be staying on top of that and letting you know. Oh, yes. So something really funny. I don't know if you guys out there, a lot of us that have cruised for a while have seen this. But if you're new out there, there's something called Pier runner. Okay. So there are pier runners sometimes where they have missed the ship. The ship is like leaving the port, and someone or a group of people or two people or whoever amounts whatever amount of people are running to like get back on the ship, and they've already missed it, or it's like just literally sailing away, or they're still at the dock and they luck out and they get on board. But a recent funny pier runner video, I will leave a link to it below in the bio. Guys, any questions, comments, concerns? I shouldn't have any concerns, right? But throw it in the comment section. I know I have my email in there as well. You can feel free to email me. Man, this is only the beginning. There's so much I have in store for you guys. There's so much like progression, like with me doing this, with this channel, of everything that I'm going to be doing on this channel. Fresh little reminder for the ones that have seen my first video, and then to everyone new out there. But I'm leaving this Saturday on a Carnival cruise on Carnival Dream for 8 nights. Those of you that don't know me personally, I do so many pictures and videos when I cruise. Friends and people that follow me on Instagram, they always say that they feel that they are right there with me, cruising with me, with how much I post. So expect a lot of YouTube shorts, expect a lot of YouTube videos. I'm gonna be I'm planning on interviewing, it's not finalized, but I'm planning on making it happen, of interviewing the cruise director on Carnival Dream. Maybe one of the Fun Squad team members I'm gonna interview. I think I'm gonna get I'm interested in doing like 3 to 5 different interviews with different kinds of crew members. I'm gonna do a cruise ship tour of the Carnival Dream. You guys will see me vacation, have some fun. I have a lot of fun cruising. By the way, this will be my 5th cruise by myself. I kid you not. It is very therapeutic vacation on your own. If you haven't done it, you need to do it. For me, why? I've been single for some time now, since an ex-fiance, and I'm not just gonna take any woman on vacation. The right woman deserves a vacation from me, with me. So, sorry ladies, but the right lady out there, I'm waiting for you. Anyways, so you guys know what to do. You need to like this video, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, ding dong, make sure it says on, and yeah, hey, remember, cruising is life.